Good morning and happy Friday. I wanted to take a few minutes to give you a little explanation of your assignments today. So what I have here is the short story called Paper Menagerie. And so this story you can access here. It's going to have you make a copy of it. Okay. And I just wanted to review one more time how to do annotations because I'm still getting people just highlighting. And that is not going to give you points for annotations, okay? So once again, if you have this read write, this little purple icon up here, and you open that up, okay, it gives you this toolbar. Now remember, if I hit play,
The Paper Menagerie, Ken Liu, one of my early,
it will read to you. Okay, so if you're one of the people who are like, I hate to read, but I'll listen, you have that option. And then again, it does the highlighting colors. Even if you do highlighting, okay, you still have to come over here and hit the plus button and make your annotations. Okay, and then you hit comment. So that will put that there. Okay, so it highlights it automatically, but you can come back up here and make it a different color for like vocabulary or whatever you want. Okay, if you have a hard time kind of following, you can kind of block out everything else with this little button up here. And then again, it gives you like the dictionary right there. Okay, so please use this. It is a Chrome add-on, so it'll pop up here. I believe if you have a Chromebook, it's already there. Okay, once you have done your annotations, you will go ahead and submit those. Those are going to be due by Wednesday, okay, which is the 9th. And then this little video right here is just a little summary of the story, okay? And this is the story that if you received a homework pass earlier, you don't have to complete it. If you want to, you are more than welcome to. Might give a little extra credit if you do that. But if you did not get a homework pass, it will be due on Wednesday. Okay, so that's the short story annotations. Then if you move on to your next page in the module, this assignment is for everyone, regardless of getting a homework pass or not. Okay, because we had the first short story, The Walking Between Two Worlds. So everybody should have done that one. And so here are directions for the assignment that goes with these two short stories for this week. Okay, it's to write a CER. Okay, and when we talk about an extended CER, I want you to write at least 8 sentences. Okay, right here it's highlighted. It should be more than 8 sentences in length, and it requires more than 1 citation. Okay, so these are longer paragraphs, but it should not be a full paper. I'm probably looking about maybe 10 to 15 sentences. Okay, so up here it gives you just a little review of how to write a claim, how to do your evidence, and then how you can cite that evidence, and then your reasoning, okay, to explain how your evidence proves your point up here in the claim. Okay, and so think of evidence as like peanut butter and jelly. They always go together. Once you have evidence, you have to explain it. Okay, and your explanation should definitely be multiple sentences. Okay, so that's just a little review. You can always go back to a couple weeks before where we did the review of the CER paragraph if you need to. But then your prompt here talks about culture and setting and identity, because those are two very important concepts between these two stories. Okay, and so the actual prompt is to select one of the two stories to respond. Okay, so you can choose to do your response on Walking Between Two Worlds, or you can choose to do it on the Paper Menagerie. Okay, you don't have to do both, but I am asking you to respond to the question, how does the character's understanding of and experiences with their culture and current setting that surround them eventually help them to better understand their identity. So how does your culture, or the character's culture, how does their experiences, their family, their traditions, their way of life, how does that help them to understand who they are? And then when they kind of move into a more mainstream, diverse world, okay, when they move out of their little home, out of their town, out of their area, and they interact with other cultures and other people, how does that also help them understand who they are? And how does it link back to their original tradition and family lifestyle? Okay, so that's what I'm asking you to answer. The second page of your directions is just a planning sheet. Okay, so I've given you both characters here, one from each story. Okay, and then it asks you to consider things like culture, explain. So how does this influence their identity? How does the setting influence them? So where they live, who's around them, and then explain that with text evidence. Okay, so we're really looking at culture and setting, and then an explanation with text evidence for each one. So this is just kind of a planning sheet. Okay, write down which story you're going to write about, and then down here is just kind of a rough outline below. So it gives you the basic framework. So you have your topic sentence, where you want to talk about the title of the story and the author. Okay, so in Jack Smith's short story, The School, it states blah, 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 blah. Then you're going to go in with your claim, evidence, and reasoning to answer the prompt up here about their culture and their setting. Okay, so perhaps one claim could deal with culture and one claim could deal with setting. Obviously, you're going to do evidence and reasoning. You need a transition. Okay, that could be a phrase or a sentence to move into your second claim, evidence, and reasoning. And then you're going to have your concluding sentence. Okay, so again, this is your outline or rough draft. And I want you to create a separate document to do your final paragraph to turn in. And that's going to be due also on Wednesday, the 9th, when the annotations for the second story is due. Okay, so that's that. If you want to create an actual separate document to upload with your rough draft, you can. If you can upload 2 different documents, okay, this is set for the file upload, so it should let you upload up to 4 documents. So you're going to turn in your rough draft, and then you're going to turn in the final. Okay, so I want to see these directions, okay, that you're going to edit and you're going to fill in, and you're going to submit this as well. Okay, and that is the task for today. You also have your Spirit Week Friday attire that you can post to Flipgrid if you want to, and then please remember to continue working on your research assignments because paper number 1 is going to be due on Tuesday the 8th. Okay, I am here for questions if you need anything, guys, but have a great Friday, and remember that we have a 3-day weekend. Monday, we do not have school because of Labor Day. You don't even have to check in. There's nothing to do except make sure that you're getting in any late work from weeks 1 and 2, because after Monday at midnight, I will not be accepting work from weeks 1 and 2. Okay, so have a great weekend.